fight sometimes, I feel, in our generation, where we're not willing to kind of, fight for the things that we want and believe in.
Yeah.
Twitter fingers, right? Like, I think, the well, first of all, you need to be passionate about your work, right? Because, you're not gonna be excited every day. You're not gonna be, you know, so there are certain parts of the job that aren't exciting, or, they're not Instagrammable,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and you need to be okay with that. And that takes me to the second piece of advice, which is just discipline. And that's something I'm working on too. I think discipline is key in everything that you do. It's the foundation, the backbone to being successful, in my opinion. It's just having discipline is everything, because there are days where you wake up and you don't feel like doing anything. There are days where you wake up and you literally walk outside and someone tells you to F off.
Yeah.
There are days where, I don't know, like what happened to me this morning, where I put my trousers on, my suit trousers on, and I realized they were ripped. Like
Yeah.
they you just they're just days that are like that. And I think you just kind of have to, through everything, just be clear on where you're going and why you're doing all of this, and just remind yourself of that constantly. It's like, okay, the reason I'm falling in puddles and, like, getting here and spending money, or take, because there's a bigger goal here. There's something that I want to achieve. Something I want to prove. There's money that I want to make. So just be finding what you're passionate about, preferably making it something that isn't frivolous, something that's actually you can make a career out of, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then just being disciplined about it and saying, okay, this is what I chose, this is what I want to do. I'm going to stick to it, and really, really push. And because I think they shouldn't, but on the whole, I think our generation sometimes feels too entitled and feels like things should be given to them, and like there's a little bit less fight sometimes, I feel, in our generation, where we're not willing to kind of, fight for the things that we want and believe in. you
Yeah.
know um Twitter fingers, right? Like, everyone's you know quick to hop on Twitter and complain about something, but like, what are you actually doing on the ground? Like, are you actually
Right.
putting in the miles and the hours, and the steps that it takes to
Sorry about that. I think we're back.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that sometimes I feel as though there isn't that drive and that, you know, grit and determination, in our generation sometimes,
Mhm.
to really fight for the positions of power that you want, the wealth that you want, the influence that you want. Those things are very desirable things. And if you know anything about things that are desirable, everyone's trying to attain it.
Right.
So set yourself apart from those people is literally going to be the difference between you and those people.
Yeah.
Um, if you're doing what everyone is doing, then you're not gonna um, achieve those things, because no one is going to be exceptional, right?
Right.
So I think always think about how you can be different. Like, what is your selling point? What are you good at? Beyond everyone else. If you're good at something and everyone's good at it, great, but that's not going to take you far.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my advice.
Yeah. That's like really, really good advice. And I actually resonate a lot with like the discipline piece. I feel like that's literally like the one most distinguishing factor between people who are very successful and people who aren't.
100%.
Yeah, that thing you're talking about where like, come rain or shine, you do the job. You spoke about like your suit pants were ripped today. You could have easily been like, I'll take a day off and like get them fixed or something. But you're like, nah, like I still gotta go to work, gotta figure something out. You
have to.
Yeah. Like you gotta be resourceful and like figure out like an alternative. And it's like even for me, in just my own journey and my own experience and the things I'm like getting better at, like I firmly see like the best progress and like difference is when I'm just very disciplined about something.
Yeah.
And I think like I'd even go on to say even further. It's actually like I see it as like about like 4 or 5 main things that you just need to like to apply. I think it's just number one, it's like first, like it's the work, like you need to understand like what exactly it is that you're doing. Going back to your whole passion piece, it's like, okay, like what do you actually want to be doing? And then understanding like what work, like what actions do you have to take to achieving those things and just applying those actions. I would say also like focus. So it's like it's a matter of like, you want to zone in and be very, very focused on those actions and not get too distracted by too many things. And then you want to be disciplined. Like being disciplined is just doing those actions, come rain or shine. Doesn't matter like whatever's going on in the world, like you have to do those things that you want to do. And then the biggest thing is just consistency, which is basically discipline applied over a long period of time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah, very interesting. Cool.